Left click to use objects. You pick up your backpack in the elevator. Out the elevator you see the old trusty Toyota pickup truck. That's not a toy. What is that, lad? What is that? Is that a, nah, it's like a Safari, but like it's mixed with like a fucking Hilux, lad. You load your gear into the back of the truck, yeah? Lamb shit. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while working the dog. This is badass. Do we pick up the beagle and name him Bucket? Or do we adopt the shepherd and name him Mayhem? That's me beagle named Bucket. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him too. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off of the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple little idiots, that would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that. These kids are gonna be screwed up enough. It's probably the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. I'm crying. Well, why? Thoroughfare trailing. It's a Thursday night and you and Julia is 4 hours late. And Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. You're not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I ignore her. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Julia was right, you are pretty. I love Julia, man. Yo, Tommy, I think Julia's the one, lad. We've been drinking beers, lad, all night, lad. Even wipes me ass after a shot.
Spacebar to climb over obstacles.
The bite of 82. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town that brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. Bye. Fuck. Dog. Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You beat his goddamn face in. Your arm gets cut up, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day for Ward. You say, okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. (1984) Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. He wants to move, but she knows the job entails just being a chair, and you do not have the right to move during work hours. Convince her to take the job. You tell her that this means you won't have a family. She says that's bullshit. She's totally right. She asks if her taking the job means she won't come with her. You say yes again, bullshit. But she decides not to take it. Julia is asked to leave Boulder on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. What's better, therapy or macaroni, lad? Oh, I don't know. I think macaroni, honestly. It works. You watch Dulles on TV and fall asleep together on the couch. My fucking cock out! The bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because you get some less trouble around there. A week later, she goes back to the university. I didn't know people in relationships got naked around each other. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in her class. Her research is in shambles. He drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the coppers. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you dope and your onboard children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family they are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care at home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility. How are we gonna go from me fucking cock being on screen to my loving wife having Alzheimer's? Glad this very emotional game has been narrated by Bear Grylls. Good message in the chat room.
Why is this show so hard?
Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day, and then every other day. You go out to the bar with your old mates. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I'll cut your balls off. Sorry, I'll cut your bollocks off. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Julia's sister Suzanne moves to Boulder to be close with her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You've always really liked Susan.
Oh, why?
Months go by and Bucket dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to look on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. Seeing her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. See, I've put myself in a bit of a fucking predicament, lad, because I'm so committed to the British accent bit, but it's real grim and upsetting, yeah? So I'm trying to fucking do it, but like seriously, so I'm not making light of the situation, but I'm still committed to the bit. Ligma super spread, thank you 21 months, lad. Just stop. Why are you gonna try to fucking tell someone to not be who they are, lad? Like, that's fucking jokes, yeah? You just come out of pub or something. You had a good chance to stop by reading that sub. No, you have to wait for the next alert. Proper cheeky.
Turn on the power.
Okay, I think that part. Hello.
Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower, come in.
Hold left shift to activate radio. Oh, select dialogue, lad.
Content created.
It's
Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah.